So this is my second Darcy's Corner for today. Sometimes I get ambitious. It's August 14th, 2022. Sorry about the odd camera angle. I currently have a new dog, and she is very adorable, but I do have to arrange my life differently. And the camera stand I was using, she thought was a great chew toy, so it's still a perfectly fine stand. It's just she chews it every time I put something on it and look at it. So I picked a different spot, and you see, some people just won't be ignored. Anyway, um, I've reconnected with my church, and that's a big deal for me because I'm a Latter-day Saint, and I chose to be a Latter-day Saint. In my early 20s, I stumbled across the church, and one thing led to another, and I eventually became a member. And in this area that I live in right now, I spent, I don't know, 17, 18 years helping to build the congregation and fellowship people and make friends. And I made lots of friends here. And when I came to the conclusion that I had to transition, um, I basically wrote a letter to the collective and said, "Hey guys, I'm really sorry, but I have to go make some changes now." And I didn't put it to a vote. I didn't ask people's opinions because they don't get to vote in my gender. That's not an option I'm giving them. Admittedly, opinions in the church, part of that was a big reason why I didn't transition for a very long time. But I finally have made that choice. And so now that I'm on the other side of my transition, I mean, it's not finished, clearly, but it's over 3 years since I've made the decision, and I've been actively transitioning ever since. And of course, we had a pandemic in there, so that kind of put a pause on things in terms of social interactions. So I went back last Sunday, and I went dressed as myself. And I'm not apologizing to people, and nobody is asking me to. They have all been actually, well, the vast majority have been very kind and very understanding. But they have all sorts of rules and beliefs, particularly when it comes to gender and who can do what and where. And so I asked the church leadership last week, what are the rules that you would like me to follow or not? Also, by the way, I have rules and they're going to be respected. And the church leadership at that time was very kind, and they weren't really sure what to tell me. They said, well, the guy who's normally in charge, which in our case is a bishop or a branch president, he's away today, but he is a good friend of mine. And so I went back this weekend and I talked to him and I said, look, I'm not here to disrupt, and I still have a testimony, and I'm not here to hurt people or to make a point. And I shared my testimony with him. I said, look, this is what I believe, this is what I know. This is my community, or it has been for a very long time, and that's why I want to come back. I'm not here to make a statement or to plant a flag or to harm people's children. I personally do believe that the Lord wanted me to go back because I think the Lord wanted them to see that I'm not a threat and that I could easily be any one of their children, and they should know that. We are 2% of the population at least, and I could tell you where I got the number from, but it doesn't matter. Whether we're 2% or 1% or 5%, whatever the actual number ends up being, we are amongst the congregation. Um, I was unaware that I was trans or whatever when I joined the church. Um, kind of. I knew there was something there. I didn't know what it was at the time. But there are children growing up in the LDS faith right now, and they are trans, or they are gay, or whatever, and they are unaware until they become aware, and then they don't know what to do about it, and they don't. If they don't see somebody like me there, they don't know that we exist. They don't know that we are okay. That we're not breaking anything. We're not hurting anybody. So my existence is the example. And treating others with kindness. And again, I'm not there to disrupt anything. And I communicated that to my church leader, but I also said, by the way, I know that my old name is X, and I know that sometimes you're going to say, there he goes, or there he is. And I won't be mad when you do that, because I've known these people for a very long time as my previous identity. But at the same point in time, if any one of them feels the need to make a point of using my old name and my old gender to make a point, that I won't take kindly to. But I'm not there to pick fights. I don't want to fight with people. I go there because sorry, sometimes I get quite emotional. It's not a hormone thing, it's a feminine thing. Women are more emotional than men. And that church, that congregation, is my family. And I love them. And very clearly they love me back. And that means everything to me. Even though I was, and I am prepared to leave it all behind if I have to. We all want acceptance from our family. We all want that. So I'm not biologically related to anybody in that building or in this area, but they are my family. And I feel tremendous love and acceptance from them. And, you know, I can just go there and exist and sit and enjoy a meal with them and spend time with their children, and everybody is happy to have me around. And I miss that a lot. I'm still crying at Darci's corner, but at least they're happy tears. Anyway, you can find moments of happiness in your gender journey. And they don't have to be just among the queer community. They can be amongst your family. If you're fortunate enough to have people you think of as family accept you, just don't take that for granted. Love and embrace it. No woman is an island. And we are all so much stronger and better together if we have that choice. And I'm very grateful that I do. Anyway, this is Darci's Corner. Don't give up hope. Whatever your situation is, keep moving forward. And if you're watching this and you're dealing with a situation where your family is maybe rejecting you, or you're worried they're going to, or you're in the middle of this, just know that you will find your family, that they are out there. You deserve happiness too. Peace.